What's up, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. To get us started on today's video, we've got an update from Brad Garlinghouse. He tweeted on his account that, as he just stated on stage at Dubai's FinTech Summit, Ripple is expanding in Dubai. With 20% of their customers in MENA and clear regulatory regimes being developed, it's no surprise that Dubai is emerging as a key global financial hub for crypto innovation to thrive. More on that from 801 XRP. He shared a video of Brad Garlinghouse speaking at the Dubai FinTech Summit 2023. Listen in.
So what's your message to the SEC chair as you sit here in the UAE and in Dubai announcing an expansion of your business to this region, given the state of regulation in the United States right now?
Who? No, I'm kidding. All right, so look, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. I find it as a company that started in the United States, and as someone who's a US citizen, it's sad. Like, I have sadness about this. The US is getting passed not just a little bit, but by a lot. And you know what? The tough thing about this is you have a country that I think has put politics ahead of policy. And you know, that's not a good decision if you're trying to invest in the economy. You're seeing it, you know, certainly here in the UAE with VARA, the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. Certainly what's happened recently in Europe with MiCA. The United States is definitely stuck. And you know, Ripple, the case with the SEC, we will spend, the first time I've shared this publicly, by the time it's said and done, we will have spent $200 million defending ourselves against a lawsuit, which from its very beginning, people were like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. You have video footage of the chair of the SEC as a professor at MIT saying 75% of these digital assets are commodities. And now he says they're all securities because he's the head of the SEC and he's seeking power, and he's putting power ahead of sound policy to grow an economy in the United States. Blockchain technologies are being invested in and pursued in the entrepreneurship outside the United States. And one of the first pieces of advice I give entrepreneurs when they come and ask me, hey, getting something started, I'll say, if I were you, I would not start in the United States. And I think there's a lot of US-based companies and even US public companies that would agree with that.
As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP Army. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. More interesting news today, according to a tweet by CNBC Middle East, Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, says that Ripple will have spent $200 million fighting the SEC lawsuit. With the SEC, we will spend, this is the first time I've shared this publicly, by the time all's said and done, we will have spent $200 million defending ourselves against a lawsuit, which from its very beginning, people were like, well, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Garlinghouse said during a fireside chat with CNBC's Dan Murphy at the Dubai FinTech Summit. In 2020, the SEC initiated a lawsuit against Ripple alleging that the company and its executives illegally sold XRP, a cryptocurrency its founders created in 2012 to investors without first registering it as a security. Ripple disputes the claim, saying the token should not be considered an investment contract and is used in its business to facilitate cross-border transactions between banks and other financial institutions. In another update shared by Mr. Man XRP, Danelle Dixon, Stellar and Jenny Johnson, Franklin Templeton, regulations are coming. For now, we need to constructively work with the regulators. Blockchain will be the core to financial services.
They're doing great. So what can we in the blockchain and crypto space learn from someone who has been in this space or been in the financial services space for as long as you have, and we can maybe do a little differently?
Look, in the end, this will be regulated. It's frustrating. There's not clarity. It's always hard to, if you're playing a game and you don't know what the rules are, that can be difficult. But I think we have to, work constructively with the regulators because it's coming, right? Because it's going to be the core to financial services. So I think that.
And now in another update, the U.S. Treasury is warning that the U.S. could hit the debt ceiling by June 1st. Treasury Secretary Janet L. Yellen said on Monday that the United States could run out of money to pay its bills by June 1st if Congress does not raise or suspend the debt limit, putting pressure on President Biden and lawmakers to reach a swift agreement to avoid defaulting on the nation's debt. Given the current projections, it is imperative that Congress act as soon as possible to increase or suspend the debt limit in a way that provides longer-term certainty that the government will continue to make its payments, Mrs. Yellen said.
Early June is when we project that we will run out of cash, and there is a chance it could be as early as June 1st. Of course, there is a lot of uncertainty, and I plan to update Congress as new information becomes available, but that's still our current thinking.
Are there extraordinary measures you can take around that time, or is that it?
Well, really, that's it. We've been using extraordinary measures for several months now, and our ability to do that is running out, and we will start to run down our cash. And our current projection is that in early June, a day will come when we're unable to pay our bills unless Congress raises the debt ceiling.
What happens on that day? Let's assume for the sake of argument it's June 1st. What happens that day if the debt limit has not been extended?
Well, Treasury finds itself in a position where we're unable to pay all of the bills that come due that day. And this would be really the first time in the history of America that we would fail to make payments that are due. And, you know, whether it's defaulting on interest payments that are due on the debt or payments due for Social Security recipients or to Medicare providers, we would simply not have enough cash to meet all of our obligations. And it's widely agreed that financial and economic chaos would ensue.
To wind up on today's video, we've got an update coming to us from Black Swan Capitalist. According to the U.S. Economic Outlook, the end game is to devalue the currency before introducing the new system. Listen in.
Congress, in essence, has ceded total control of the value of our money to a secretive central bank. Congress created the Federal Reserve, yet it had no constitutional authority to do so. We forget that those powers not explicitly granted to the Congress by the Constitution are inherently denied to the Congress, and thus the authority to establish a central bank was never given.
As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind, we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like this video. Please click on that subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you get informed when we drop new video. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next Money Side.